I could teach anybody to be a farmer. You dig a hole, you put a seed in, you put dirt on top, add water, up comes the corn.
All right, after a roller coaster week or two of resurfaced controversial comments, 2020 hopeful Michael Bloomberg will finally face his rivals on the Democrat debate stage tonight. His poll numbers have soared. But we have not heard much from the former New York mayor aside from his TV ads.
So how will he respond sitting in the hot seat for the first time? Here to break it down is Democratic strategist Kevin Walling. Kevin, thanks for being here.
Hey, Jillian, Rob, good to be with you.
Okay, so I heard someone describe him as a great hypothetical candidate thus far because he just hasn't had to answer for anything. So how do you think he's going to do on the national stage?
Yeah, Jillian, it's a great point. Of course, with all those clips that you just played at the outset, it's like every single day there's a new video out there with him disparaging one community or another. I know from talking to the campaign that they've been in debate prep mode for the last week. All of his senior advisors have been playing all of his Democratic foils because I think all incoming is going to be directed at the former mayor center stage on tonight's debate program.
Yeah, I mean, these other candidates have got to be so bitter and so jealous of the money and the attention that it's getting him right now, and watching his numbers soar up. How hard are these attacks going to be, especially from guys like right there, Bernie Sanders?
Yeah, Rob, we're already seeing some of the previews of the lines of attacks. Of course, Senator Warren on the campaign trail yesterday called him an egomaniac billionaire. So I think there's definitely going to be some fireworks. But Rob, to your point, I mean, we're seeing, an unheard of amount of money being spent by the Bloomberg campaign, nearly $350 million thus far, estimated by Fox News just this past week. That's more than Barack Obama spent on his entire reelection effort when it came to paid media. So it's going to be anyone's guess if that paid media pays off tonight when he's actually on that stage.
Well, actually, I mean, the number we have right now is a little higher than that even, $417.7 million that he spent so far in ads, including future reservations. So, I mean, the numbers are actually insane when you look at it, and that's the number on your screen right there. Let's talk about how he's polling at this point, because as you know, he skipped 4 early voting states, hasn't really done many interviews. We'll get to that in a second. But, I mean, he's at 14% right now in this new NBC News Wall Street Journal poll. What do you make of those numbers?
Yeah, it's a great endorsement of actually paid media, that it actually can be effective, especially for voters who aren't necessarily super engaged in the day-to-day kind of operations of how this primary's played out. I was talking to a family friend the other day who has an 8-year-old. He's very precocious, and he said to his mom, I support Mike Bloomberg. And she said, why? And he said, well, he's supported by Barack Obama, right? So if you're tuning into any television across the country, all you see are ads with Barack Obama standing center with Mike Bloomberg. And for those voters who aren't necessarily super engaged, that's the image that they're seeing, and that's when they're called up or asked online, who do they support? They pivot to Mike Bloomberg.
Well, you look at the amount of TV interviews from the last, just this month, actually. Let's put it up on the screen here. And Pete Buttigieg is all over the place, including here on Fox News all the time. Klobuchar, Sanders, Warren, Biden, and all the way down at the bottom. Look at Michael Bloomberg only give one TV interview. He is hiding from questions. He's hiding from the media, and he's presenting himself only in a positive light with his TV ads. Why do you think he doesn't want to do an interview with a journalist?
Yeah, Rob, I mean, I think you kind of struck at the heart of that, seeing all the clips played at the outset of this conversation. I mean, he has a lot to answer for, not just stop and frisk and redlining, but other disparaging remarks to the LGBT community, to farmers, as you played. So, he's hiding behind this media budget, which is an effective strategy so far, but we'll see how it plays out when he's actually questioned by his peers on that stage.
Rob mentioned Pete Buttigieg doing many interviews. Obviously, we saw that number, including here on Fox. A lot of the other Democratic candidates have not come on Fox. I mean, do you think that that's going to hurt them? Do you think it would benefit someone like Michael Bloomberg to come here on Fox and do interviews, do more interviews?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think this is a brilliant strategy by the Buttigieg campaign, and especially Liz Schmitt, his senior advisor, where Mayor Pete will go everywhere, to local stations, to blogs, to podcasts, and also to Fox News, and has had, I think, at least 2 really effective town halls. Because we've got to remember, likely 6 million, 8 million Americans voted for Barack Obama once or twice, but then voted for Donald Trump. A lot of those people are watching Fox News. That's why I come on the program, because we need to have conversations with voters and not be afraid to engage folks that might disagree with us. So I encourage everyone on our side to come on Fox to make their case to the American people.
Well, we certainly thank you for coming on.
Kevin, thank you so much. We appreciate it.